In this video, we are going to talk about 3 powerful techniques that you can use to stay calm and productive during times of stress. Hi, I'm Annie Mood, and I'm a stress management coach. Now, what we're going to do in this video is we're going to start with talking about the 3 different techniques, and I actually have a bonus technique for you, so it's 4 techniques. And then at the end, we are going to do some tapping just to reduce some of that stress that you may already be experiencing. So let's dive right into it and talk about why we need to really create a positive mindset in order to reduce our stress. Now, the thing about stress is that it comes from the brain. The brain perceives threats throughout the day about various things, and that's what really causes the stress within our body. And the stress is actually sensations. It's sensations that we feel. How do you know that you are stressed? You might feel anxious, you might feel like bubbly in your body. You might feel your heart racing. You might feel your legs going weak or your hands starting to tremble. All of those are physical sensations. And when we feel threatened, when we feel like there is a perceived threat, then immediately the chemicals are released from the brain to say, hey, danger, danger, get ready, it's time to run. Now, really, most of the time, we don't need to run, right? Because it's just perceived threat. But where does it all come from? Now, a lot of it comes from negative thinking patterns. Negative thinking patterns that have already been rewired in our brains, that have already been part of our lives. And there's negative thinking patterns all around us on social media, on the news. And so in order to start to think more positively and to rewire that brain for success and for calm and for relaxation, then we need to change that negative thinking patterns into positive thinking patterns. Okay, so changing this is going to be critical for your well-being. It's going to be critical for your emotional well-being. Okay, so the first thing I would say is reframe your negative thoughts. Okay, how do you reframe your negative thoughts? You reframe it by asking yourself, what's the opportunity here? The thing is, life is always working for us. And if you think back to times when you were highly stressed and you thought, this is the worst thing that can happen. How am I going to deal with this situation? And you find out later on, months down the line, years down the line, or you realize that actually that was a good thing that happened to you. Okay, so if you use that evidence to help your brain to reframe those negative thoughts, and you ask yourself, what is the opportunity here? Okay, when you ask your brain, what is the opportunity here? It will start to look for answers, right? Which means you then move from negative thinking to clarity. And I know I have an affirmation up on my desk that says, when challenges arrive, then move straight to clarity. So you can write down positive frames to help you at the beginning, to help you to remember to move to clarity when you are thinking negatively. Now, the next one, the second technique I would say, is surround yourself with positive people, with positivity. Okay. If you start to talk, if you are in a group of people who are talking negatively, who are afraid, who are gossiping, you're going to feel that energy and you're going to start to actually engage in that negative thinking as well. It's very hard to be, unless you've practiced it and you're very, very strong in your positive thinking, then no matter what people are saying around you, you won't be able to separate yourself from that negative conversations that are happening. But it's not only negative conversations. Now you have the power. This is in your control. It's not only negative people or people who are talking negatively, but also things like if you surround yourself with positive music, if you surround yourself with positive affirmations, if you watch positivity on TV, on YouTube, or wherever it is on social media, then your brain is rewiring its negative patterns to think more positively. Now, all of this you may think, how is this related to stress? But it is, because stress starts from our thinking. Stress starts from our thoughts. So managing our thoughts and becoming very, very aware of what we are thinking, who we're surrounding ourselves with, and how we are reframing is going to automatically change those levels of stress and make you feel calm. Now, during the day, if you are a professional and if you are, doing a lot of mental activity as a teacher, and now as a business owner, I do a lot of mental activity. We need to take mental breaks. We need to take brain breaks. Okay. And brain breaks throughout the day helps you to stop the momentum of negative thought patterns, if that is what's going on in your mind and you're just unaware of it because you're so busy. One of the ways to do that is to become a bit more aware of your thoughts. So stop for a moment, stop for 1 minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever it is, and just breathe, because when we are stressed, we don't, we breathe either very shallow or we don't breathe at all until we realize, oops, I'm not breathing. I need to take a nice deep breath, or you end up sighing. But taking a mental break in that way, where you just stop everything, you give yourself a few minutes to breathe and just notice what is happening in the body. Just notice all the mental activity that's happening in your head. Just notice how you are feeling. And when you first start with this, I would say set a timer, an alarm rather, to remind you to take brain breaks. Take a brain break, because your brain does need a break from all the mental activity that is going on. This is brilliant for children as well. So if you want to share this with your kids, this will be lovely. Okay. And most people think that brain breaks or relaxation or mindfulness should only happen either in the evening or in the morning. But no, it's got to happen in small bursts throughout the day as well. Okay, not just bedtime. And my bonus one that I talked about earlier is practicing gratitude. Now, I know everybody talks about this and people are like, oh, I've got nothing to feel grateful for, or it doesn't work for me. It doesn't work for you because you're not necessarily or haven't learned how to feel grateful. It is not something that we've been taught. To feel grateful, it's not something we've been taught at school. It is not something we've been taught within our family. Maybe some families have taught their children that. But I know in my family, I haven't been taught that, to be grateful for what we have. So what you can do is not only journal gratitude, but also speak it out loud. And your voice is vibrational, right? You can hear it, you can feel it. When you speak, you can actually feel the vibration in your body. So if you're speaking positive affirmations, if you're saying something positive about your life, about yourself, about the people all around you, about your business, about your job, then you are raising that vibration in your body and you're reducing that stress. So speaking out loud, saying things like, oh, I'm grateful for my car. I'm grateful that I don't have to take the bus today. Or I'm grateful that I can take the bus today. It's, I've got transport. I'm grateful for this coffee in my hand. I am grateful for having a lovely cuddle with my child this morning. All of those things is what we are grateful for. We may feel it in the moment and then we forget. Okay. However, when we start to speak it and we bring it into our vibration, we bring it into our energy field, again, all of that gratitude, then we are going to attract even more and more things to be grateful for. We're going to attract more positivity in our lives. Like attracts like, we know that. So when you start to become more you start to attract positive people in your life, people who are more aligned with who you are and what you want in your life. So definitely listen to gratitude. There are loads of apps at the moment that you can listen to. My favorite one is recording. Record yourself saying grateful things. Like, I'm grateful for my coffee this morning. I'm grateful for my warm bed. I am grateful for the sun shining today. Okay, so speak that into your phone. We've all got phones, and you listen to it. That way, your brain is like, hey, I'm actually saying all of this. So that means it must be true. So remember that you can rewire your own brain. You don't even need an app. Okay. So positive mindset can be your ally when going through tough times. But I tell you what, don't just use it for tough times. In order to build resilience, in order to build that positive mindset muscle, do this every single day. Okay, set an alarm and do this every day so that you build that resilience beforehand. So when there are challenging times, you already have the resilience. You're able to deal with whatever that challenging difficulty is. Okay. So my tip is be your own coach. Be your own coach. You've got to really talk to yourself. You've got to say to yourself what you would want a parent to say to you, or a coach to say to you, or a teacher or a boss to say to you. You have that in your control. Okay, so I promised you that we're going to do some tapping, and this is how it works. So we will be using words today with EFT tapping. And what I'm going to do is we're just going to tap out some of that stress that, that's blocking the energy from flowing in the body. And then we're going to add on some positive affirmations to get that energy flowing and get you into a positive mindset. So taking care of your own well-being. These are the tapping points. All you have to do is just follow me. So we're going to start with the karate chop point. Okay. And just repeat after me. So even though I'm feeling highly stressed at the moment, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I need to recover from these difficulties that I've just experienced, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I feel so unproductive today, and I really feel unmotivated and I don't want to do any work, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Okay, so moving on to the corner of the eyebrow. I feel overwhelmed. Side of the eye, I feel highly stressed. Under the eye, I'm so busy, I have no time to stop. Under the nose, I feel stressed. Under the lip, I feel unproductive. On the chest, you'll feel a little hollow, okay? Just on your chest, just tap on that point gently. If you wanted to, you can tap a few times. And just say the words, I feel overwhelmed right now. Under the arm, oh, really, I'm busy. And sometimes I feel like I don't have time to stop. And on the head, on your head, gently on your head. I want to recover from these difficult times. Okay. So I'm going to take a nice deep breath in and out. Now, what you can do at this point is you can do that round again, right? So each time we start at the karate chop point and we end up at the head, that is 1 round. So you can tap using the same words, right? Or using your own words if you know how to do tapping. So, and we can release that blockages. So now we're going to move on to the next part, which is tapping positivity into our brain, into our body, and changing that energy. Okay, so even though sometimes I feel highly stressed, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I want to let go of these feelings of stress in my body, you can name the stress, whatever it is, you can name the feelings rather. I deeply and completely love and accept myself. And even though I feel overwhelmed and really busy at the moment, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Okay, so we're going to move on to the corner of the eyebrow. I let go of all the stress and I'm starting to feel calm and safe. Side of the eye. I have the ability to recover quickly when I'm feeling overwhelmed or stressed. Under the eye. I have previous evidence of how productive I have been. That means I can be productive now as well. Under the nose, my body is starting to feel relaxed. Under the lip, I am ready and determined to transform my mindset into positivity. On the chest, I feel calm and I feel safe right now. Under the arm, I know I am productive and I am highly motivated. I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. And on the top of the head, I have the ability to transform a negative mindset into a positive mindset. Okay, so let's take a nice deep breath in. And let it go. So comment below, how do you feel after that tapping? What have you noticed in your body? Have you noticed anything that is different? Have you noticed a feel of calm in your body? And if you have, where do you feel it? All of this is making you become more self-aware. Okay, so please like and subscribe if you've enjoyed this video. It helps to grow the channel, and honestly, it helps other people as well to find this video. So let's have this ripple effect of helping everyone to manage their stress, especially in times like this when life is quite challenging, when we're facing a lot of challenges.